Hi there, this is Victor. Welcome to my channel, Vic5 and Season 5. So today I'm going to talk about fountain pens in terms of medium or fine point. Okay, so if you're first starting with a fountain pen, you might ask the question, should you start with a medium point or a fine point? Or if you already have some fountain pens and you only have them in one size, say a medium or a fine, you're wondering should you get in the other size. So what I found out is that I like myself, like in a ballpoint pen, I usually use a bold, so I don't like fine. So of course my first fountain pen I went with was a medium point. But then the second fountain pen that I decided to go with a fine point just to see what a fine point was, even though I normally don't use that, right? So what I've actually found out now after a year of having all these fountain pens and both fine and medium point is the answer is you could really use both, because sometimes, even though I'm not a small writer or as far as writing goes, there are some times when I'll actually write small. Case in point is in my refills here. What I'm going to do is I'll show you the refill here. As you can see here, I'm using a fine point. Okay. So what I want to show you is just some examples of, let me just adjust my camera here. The difference is so you can kind of see it on paper, you know? And we'll just kind of go from there. Because what we have here, okay, so this one is a fine point. And I'm just going to draw a line right there. And just an F right there. Okay. And then this one is a medium point, and I'm just going to draw another line. Just starting over because I had a technical issue. So anyway, this is the fine point. So I'm just going to draw a line here and mark it as an F. Okay. So then this one is a medium point, and I'm just going to draw that right here and there. Now the red one here, this one is also a medium point, so I'm going to draw another line here and there. And finally the blue one, or the blue ink, this one here, I'm going to draw another one that's also a medium point, and there it is. Okay, so these are the Lamys. Okay, now over here we've got the Quaco. So this one is again a fine point. So I'm going to put that over here and mark it like that. Then this one is here is also a medium point. Oh, sorry, it's a medium point, not a fine point. And I'm just going to mark it right there. And that's a medium. And then finally this one over here is also a medium point. So I'm going to just mark it over here. Medium, and these are Quaco. And finally this student fountain pen, student from Quaco, again is a medium point, and I'm just going to mark it right here, and there we have it. Okay, so as a comparison I'm going to use a Mont Blanc Bold, and just which is a ballpoint, and I'm just going to make it right there. Whoops, let me do it again. There. And this is another Mont Blanc. It's a marker, and I don't think it has a particular size, but anyway, there it is. Maybe it's a fine point. I think it is a fine point. Okay, so I think that's all of them. Okay, so let's take a look. So here we have the different point sizes. As you can see, the Lamy Fine is pretty close to the mediums, and the Quaco Fine, which is this one right over here, is also not that bad from the Quaco mediums. And if you look at over here, let's see, this medium seems almost a little bit thicker than these ones. And of course there's the ballpoint. There's the bold, which is very similar to the fine, or sorry, the medium. And this is the fine marker, which is very close to the fine here and the fine there. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so anyway, what's interesting is that I find that it is useful to have both in terms of medium and fine. Of course, there are other nib sizes like extra fine and the obliques and everything else, but in terms of medium and fine, I find that both are very useful. The fine is a bit smaller than medium, and it helps when you're writing something really small. Now, I've also noticed that even with all the nibs, some of them feel differently from all the other ones. For example, the Kaweco medium is in black, and it just feels a little bit thicker when I'm writing with this one. Even though this one is the same fine or medium point as this one, the macchiato color just feels a little bit thicker. The same thing goes with the Lamy. This Lamy is a medium, and for some reason it feels also thicker when I'm writing it compared to the other Lamys, which are also medium points. So that's kind of interesting. So they all seem to have, even though you have, or at least in my opinion, same nibs, they don't feel all the same, which is kind of neat in one sense, because then you want to use the different pens for different reasons. Okay, so there you have my take on medium and fine. I actually think that eventually you would want both. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a great day, and see you in my next episode. All right, bye-bye.